Hi, welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to be making a macaroni and cheese. See, how did she say it? Macaroni and cheese and meatloaf. I'm thinking, what? But it was phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Anybody that loves macaroni and cheese and meatloaf, and to have that all in one dish, it was great. So that's what I'm doing today. So before I get started doing that, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, and then I'm going to mix up 1 pound of ground beef, and I need 1 egg in it. Get that egg all incorporated there really good, so that it's everywhere in the meatloaf. And then you're going to need a half of a package of onion soup that I bought powdered. Now this, I'm thinking, what am I going to use the other half for? Probably a dip. So I'll put about half of that in there. Oh, that smells so good. Yeah, I think about half of it in there. And then you're going to add half a cup of ketchup and a half a cup of barbecue sauce. This is going to be good. Mix this in a little bit. Okay, and you're going to put this right in there. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Make sure. Sometimes it don't take it all that they call for. So just make the recipe your own. If you want more or less, it's your recipe. Go for it. Then you're going to need 15 Ritz crackers. And you're going to want those broke up really fine. I should have done this ahead of time. What I usually do is put these in a Ziploc bag, and I don't have one right here. But anyway, I can smash them. I can smush them and get them in there. Oh, that smells good with that soup mixture, dip mixture, and that barbecue sauce. This is going to be delicious. Get out of there. The easiest way to do is put these in a Ziploc bag and take your rolling pin and roll over it. But guess who didn't do that this time? So now we're going to mix that up and see if I've got about enough sauce in it. If it looks dry, I'll put the rest in it. I like to add more because you can't take it out. You can always add to it. So, hope everyone's having a good day. I know I've been really busy. We've been trying to get things ready for gardening, getting our seeds and everything together. And I spent a day yesterday with my 2 cousins, they're sisters, and they live together. They've been living together for 4 years. The oldest sister's husband passed away, and Jan, the youngest one's husband, passed away just a little bit before the other one's husband did. And so they made a good decision. They moved in together. And I think that's wonderful, because otherwise you've got two sad people sitting there just thinking of nothing but all the heartache. And this way you've got two of them talking and making plans to do something and things like that. So it's always great when families get together like that and can live together. I know some couldn't, but they're great. Now you're supposed to butter your 8x8 dish, which I've already done. Then we're going to put our first combination in here. And my strawberry plants came yesterday. I said, well, Saturday, I guess it was. I said, I don't have my bed tilled up and ready for them, but I don't think I want to plant them quite yet. Maybe next week or something, I'm not sure. But they'll be fine. I was glad I got them, because they're running out of them everywhere already. People know that they have to shop early, because there's a lot more people gardening today than there were earlier. They found out that it tastes better, they know what's in their food, and it's cheaper. So now I'm going to set that in the oven, and I'm going to leave it at 350 for about 30 minutes. But and then during that 30 minutes, I'm going to make another mess. I'm going to have my recipe out in case I forgot something. I'm going to, you cook your noodles ahead of time, and you use about 2.5 cups. And I've got a little more than that, but I'm going to be making something else with the rest of them. That looks like about enough. I love to make pasta and have a little bit left over to make salad with, because I love the pasta salads. So that's what I do with it. Now I'm going to take and put a half a teaspoon of dried onion in it. And then I'm going to put half a teaspoon of garlic, which you know me, I love garlic, so it's more than that. Make it the way you like it, and it'll be fine. So get that incorporated so a little bit of that gets on all of it. I'm going to add a cup of milk. I'm going to add a little bit of, need a can of chicken. I got chicken on the brain today. That's a story I'll tell you. But you need to get a can of cheese soup. And mix it with your milk, which I didn't have mixed with my milk real good, but it's still good. It's fine. It'll all come out in the wash. We bought some chicken gizzards last night towards evening, and I should have known not to eat them. I had heartburn all night. They were spicy a little bit. I didn't think they were real spicy, but my husband did. but he liked them, so he ate them. And of course, I love them, so I ate them too. I'm going to add half of your cheese in here. Shredded mozzarella, and it's a blend. But they have a lot of salt on them. I mean, a lot of salt. And ever since I had COVID, I just don't do salt very good anymore. I can do without it completely. And in fact, I love potato chips, and I can't even eat them. They're too salty. So that's okay. I shouldn't eat that many of them anyway, like I do. And then you add a little salt and pepper, whatever your family wants. Well, we like pepper, and I'm not putting any salt in it. But this morning at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I forgot about time change. 5 o'clock, I'm sitting in the living room saying, I have heartburn. This is crazy. But that chicken gizzards gave me heartburn. It was terrible. And I had it almost all night long. I took medicine 2 different times. I said, well, that's what I get for being a pig and eating all those. But I love chicken gizzards. So Greg down, he likes the livers. Okay, now I'm just going to set this aside, let that bake, and then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, this smells so yummy. Wish y'all were here for supper, because this is going to be wonderful. I've got my meatloaf. Part of it is finished. And now I am going to add my macaroni and cheese mixture to the top. Mm. It seems a little runny right now at the beginning, but once it gets hot, it'll melt that cheese. And then it'll thicken up. But, oh, this smells so yummy. I had said I had a little bit of casseroles left. Casseroles left. I had a little bit of macaroni left. I love macaroni salad. I love it. And the one I make, it's on Greg's site. You can go to it. It was my grandma's recipe, my Grandma Thompson, which I've never talked, I don't think, about her. We lost her when she was only 65. She had a stroke. Now you're going to top it with the rest of your cheese. But she had a stroke, and she died young. But I'll tell you, she could cook. Thing was, she didn't write recipes down. So many times, and I've been accused of doing this too, she'd start cooking and she didn't have everything she needed for that recipe. So she thought, well, okay, I'll make this other one and I'll do that tomorrow. So she'd start making the other one. And she said, that's crazy. Let me just throw it all together. So she'd put 2 recipes in one, part of 2 in one, and then she would make them. But she made the best macaroni salad. Oh, that was the best. And my Aunt Marthy, that's my mama's sister. I took stuff over when her husband was dying of cancer. I'd take supper over at least 5 times a week. And I took macaroni salad over, and she took a bite of it, and she sat there and she ate a couple more bites, and she started crying. And I says, Aunt Marthy, everything's going to be okay. God will take care of you too. Because me, I thought she was crying because of Uncle Ralph. She said, it's going to be okay because this macaroni salad tastes just like Mom's. And I haven't had it for how many years. She says, it just brought so much back to me thinking about Mom and eating this. But I said, boy, there's nothing to it. You know, you throw macaroni in there, a little bit of relish, and then your sauce over it. And that's all it was. And I said, well, it had to have been simple like that because she didn't have money and didn't have a lot of different ingredients. But that has been our favorite. My husband and I, we love that. Everybody in the family loves it. So we think about Grandma a lot when we're making macaroni. And if I have any left over, I always make up a little dish of macaroni salad. So, okay, now I'm going to set this in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Then I'll be back. Hi, I am back, and oh, does this smell scrumptious. I mean, I had to let it set for about 5 to 7 minutes after I took it out of the oven. But it took 30 minutes in my oven. So, I have to let it set a little bit before you can, well, you know how macaroni and cheese does. So, we'll see if I let it set long enough or if I make a mess. But I'm good at making messes, so I don't want to spoil my record there. Anyway, we're going to try to take this up. And the first piece is always a mess. But that's the way it happens sometimes. Ooh, well, that wasn't just too bad. I try to take it off and then it is. But that's okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, does that smell good? Oh, I'm not going to leave any of that in there. Oh, that smells so good. Anyway, we're going to taste it and see what it tastes like. That macaroni and cheese mixture is so good, so yummy. Get some of that meatloaf in it. Oh. You can taste that barbecue sauce in that meatloaf. The garlic is wonderful. Sorry. You know me, I always have to have 2 or 3 bites. Greg never learned how to count because he says I take 20. Oh well. Anyway, appreciate you joining us. And we love you. And we just appreciate you so much. Thank you, bunches.